Good morning. It is just before sunrise and I am here in the Chelan Sawtooth Wilderness, and today I am heading up to Raven Ridge. Raven Ridge is another of Washington's top 100 peaks, and I'm going to be climbing it via Crater Lakes. This is going to be a super fun route, carrying me up the valley to some alpine lakes and then heading on up to the ridge. It is a gorgeous day at the beginning of July, so the views should be amazing. I'm so excited to get up this peak. Let's go. As you can see, I made it into the sun. The first majority of this climb is going up the Crater Creek Trail to Crater Lakes. And so I've just been going up the valley following the creek, and this has been beautiful so far. That sunrise, I came around the part to the open view just in time to see the color hit the mountains, and I was not expecting views right off the bat. I thought I was going to be in this the entire time, but wow, that was really cool. So a majority of this is that, and then once I get to the lakes, it'll be a off-trail boot path scramble to the summit. And you might have noticed I have a different backpack today. I've had the same backpack for years, and today I'm testing out a different one, mostly because I want a backpack with a more robust hip belt, which so far I'm really enjoying it. I like having hip belt pockets, so maybe I'll make a gear video. That's not what it's about, but I just wanted to mention it because, yeah, it's a big change compared to what I usually go out in. But the day is beautiful, and this forest is so pretty. The flowers are out, and no mosquitoes. I was prepared for mosquitoes, and fingers crossed, when I get to the lakes and up to the peak, there will still be no mosquitoes. But so far so good in the valley, which is honestly better than I was expecting already, so woohoo. But next order of business is get to Crater Lakes and then fuel up for the summit. I am under attack. I got to Lower Crater Lake and the mosquitoes are horrendous. They were fine on the trail in, but now that I'm at the lake, they are bad. So I had to double up my leggings, put on my thicker coat that they can't bite through. And, you know, I had hoped to take a break at the lake, but I'm gonna have to keep moving. I am hoping that as I climb higher, they will kind of dwindle off. Otherwise, this ascent is going to be very annoying. But now that I am at the lake, what I'm going to be doing is just taking the slope up to Raven Ridge. I have done 2,300 feet of gain, and I have to do another, let me see, 1,800 in 0.7 of a mile. So should be super fun, especially if the mosquitoes pursue me the entire time. But oh gosh, yeah, I'm gonna work. This is gonna be really good motivation to get up there, because I think that once I get further away from the lake, they will hopefully stop doing this. Like, Jesus Christ, this is bad. This is bad. Now that I've kind of armored up, I can talk a little bit more about the final part of this route, because it's definitely the most interesting part of today. From Crater Lake, take a steep slope up to the summit of Raven. This is not the most popular route up to Raven, but it is probably the least technical. I brought my helmet just in case, but it might just be a walk up. There's not quite as much beta on this as others, because a lot of people climb from the other side or do ridge traverse, so we'll see. But yeah, I've double layered everything, and the mosquitoes can swarm me all they want. They cannot bite me now, so that is good. And boy, the amount of energy that I was able to summon to just kick up this slope right away. Oh, the moment they started swarming. So if nothing else, they're making for pretty good motivation. I'm just hoping that when I get up there, they let up once I break the tree line, because there's gonna be some boulder hopping, allegedly, or so I've heard. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Anyway, okay, I'm hoofing it up this thing now. Summit of Raven Ridge. Oh boy, that was a crazy steep climb to get up here, and I don't like the looks of some of these clouds, so I'm actually not going to be able to hang out up here the way I had planned. I'm gonna have to just quickly shove some food in my mouth and then think about heading back down. But woo, got the summit. And I'm not going to take the time for the full tour. I'll do a 360 and show off some of the lake views. But yeah, I don't want to be on top of this mountain for long, just in case. But down there is Libby Lake. That is Hoodoo Peak. I climbed that a couple of years ago. Beautiful. Spirit Mountain. The North Cascades, stunning. And then down this way, this is Crater Lakes. This is the slope I came up. Ah, there's the sun. There's some of the beautiful Eastern Washington hills. Whew. Yeah, this is a lot. I am beat, but I have to summon the energy to descend at least a couple hundred feet back to the tree line. I think. If it looks like it's improving, I'll stay up here, but I think I'm gonna have to go. So, but I got the summit, so, woo, I need a snack. Well, I did find the summit register, so we'll see if this thing is welded shut the way some of them are, and see if I can actually put my name in this thing. Because I absolutely worked for this. I worked really freaking hard and probably got a bunch of mosquito bites. Ooh, awesome. Yeah, check this out. We've got a notebook, papers. What was the last entry? Raven Ridge. Let's see. Ooh, we got blank pages. Okay. Awesome. Okay, 6/20/26. Okay, so it is July 3rd. So yeah, nobody's signed the register in a couple weeks. Which means they're probably not getting eaten alive. So I at least gotta sign my name in the register, and oh wow, this is so pretty. I am off the ridge and heading back down, and I think I found a slightly better way than the way I came up. It's a little bit more of a kind of path. This actually really reminds me of Asgard Pass in terms of the steepness and kind of just the terrain. Like I'm just gonna be winding down this. I gotta get back to the lake and then down the valley. It has gotten chillier, so I actually don't mind wearing both my coats now, and I'm really hoping, praying that this cold chases away the mosquitoes. They kind of went away once I got around 7,800 feet. So once I descend, I'm hoping because that's just so annoying. But we'll see. I'm prepared. I'm armored up. I'm not getting any additional bites. Nope. Absolutely not. But got the summit, just descending slow and steady. This is gonna be a pretty cruisy trail once I get back down to the lake, but just this part is gonna be annoying. But yeah, glad I got off of that. I am on the last mile out of here, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. That was Raven Ridge, and unfortunately, because I was in such a rush on the summit, I didn't even get to talk about it that much. That is the 47th tallest peak in Washington. It is another top 100 peak, another Bulger in the bag, at 8,597 feet, I believe. That was hard. I did the least technical route up to the summit. That was 99% class 2. It's just a walk up the steep slope. Couple of notes is that there is a faint boot path at the start, After that, you're route finding and bushwhacking. The bushwhacking isn't too bad, but you do have to route find. I got a really helpful GPS track off of Peak Bagger, so shout out to the people who do that. It was a really solid track. But the final little bit to get on top of Raven, there was a little bit of scrambling. So technically class 3. And I also think I did the least popular route up this. You usually hear about people ascending from Libby or doing a ridge traverse, linking it up with Hoodoo or some other peaks, and that's more technical. It's probably also more fun. But these were the stats that I could do today, so that's what I went for. And I've had my eye on Raven just ever since I climbed Hoodoo. And I saw it and I was like, oh, it's so cool. And also I'm a big bird lover, so the fact that it has a bird name. If you have any other peaks in Washington, if you know of any, that are birds, that are named after birds, please tell me in the comments. I would love to know. I know about Cardinal Peak, but I know there's others. There's got to be. Anyway, gosh, I'm getting distracted. The hardest part today was honestly the mosquitoes. I knew what I was getting myself into. Coming out here at the beginning of July, I knew there was a chance that they were going to try and make a meal out of me, and well, they tried. They did not. I found out that doubling up my layers just completely makes it so they can't get through to me. So if I'm covered up, I can just climb confidently knowing that I'm not getting bit. However, it is really annoying. Yeah, this was really beautiful. I think my favorite part of the view was seeing Libby Lake from above. I am a big sucker for just like being able to look down on a gorgeous alpine lake from a summit. That's just one of the best things. And what is this called? Crater Creek Trail is also quite lovely. It follows the creek the entire time, so you kind of have that keeping you company. So that's really nice. This was a nicer approach up to the lakes than I thought. And man, I wish I could have spent more time at the lakes and hung out, but even like fully protected, just being swarmed by mosquitoes is not fun. So I was just like, okay, we're gonna book it. That was really fun. I would recommend, if you're in it for the peak bagging, it is probably not one to do if that is not your thing, because that was hard. That was a tough route. Getting up to the summit from the lakes is steep. I would compare it to climbing Asgard Pass. It's maybe a little bit less gain, but it's a similar feel in the grade and just the terrain. So it's just a lot. But that is a really beautiful view. And it's another one of these peaks that's so far out east, so it offers some really unique vantage points. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. And here are my favorite pictures from the climb today. Enjoy.